It all started in Indianapolis.
Wow, look at the height on these tosses.
Where the professional cheerleague set the bar.
Watch this. 3, 4, 5.
And then raised it with moments that went straight into the history books.
Here we go, first attempt.
And it all came down to this.
Will it be Dallas Drive? Will it be Miami Meadow? Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up.
Miami Meadow wins the game with that one.
And tonight, match 2, Atlanta, Georgia. 4 teams, 1 champion. The Professional Cheerleague next on ION.
This building is rocking right now in Atlanta. Kicking off match 2 is a team that is here to defend their house in the ATL. Here comes the Atlanta Air.
Music's ready. Hold. Let them reset the music.
It's a big night in Atlanta.
Let me know when you're ready. Music's on.
That was Lark Wood, our lead referee. He paused that routine. So much precision goes into this early. He wants to make sure there's no problems.
And they're getting started with a double back cut back tail. The tail flyer in the back, followed by 2 in the front. Atlanta Air is coming out swinging as the whole team.
Well, when you prefer for first at home here, you don't chase momentum, you have to create it. Atlanta coming out flying here.
Watch this, standing, tumbling, full, double, right across the front before sucking to the back, about to attempt a new skill for them. They call this a Pop-Tart. Can they hit it?
Come on!
Bam!
Yeah!
There it is!
Showmanship across the board here, Maddie. They're always finding an edge here with unique looks.
And that right there is one of those unique looks. The choreography in this routine is so innovative. Your eye really doesn't know where to go. There's so much action going on.
Listen, you can just scan the whole floor. You got a smile on your face, and that's what matters here for Atlanta. 2 minutes and 15 seconds here on this first routine. We're going to see all 4 teams going here early.
Climb to the top, hop into a twisting layout, double front dismount.
Quarter 1 is the only time tonight we're going to see the entire team working together. No strategy games here, just laying out your team identity for the world.
More basket tosses, watch the height from Atlanta Air, double front. Ankle right, tumbling to the front corner with a kick move.
There's something poetic about Angel Rice, the queen of this city, tumbling professionally in front of her fans.
Moving into more of that choreography we're talking about, Richard, in their dance section. There it is.
And the place erupts. That's how you kick things off.
Journey Norris giving the crowd what they want. More Atlanta Air.
Well, let's take a look at how they did it. I mean, electricity from the very beginning all the way to the end.
A sold-out crowd here in Atlanta Air's home turf. More innovative choreography from coaches Paige and Haley. Beautiful basket tosses. I can see why they're called Atlanta Air, Richard.
Yeah, just flying around that stage, and a perfect way to kick off match number 2. Welcome inside, ladies and gentlemen, to match 2 of the Pro Cheer League presented by Varsity Spirit right here on ION. It's like Christmas morning for me right now. Ever since Indy, I've wanted to get back to this exact spot, and Maddie Gardner, that's exactly where we are.
And we are so excited that you are joining us on ION and here in-house at the Georgia World Congress Center. Richard, that sure was an impressive way to start the match, but I think what's catching people by surprise is the composition of these pro teams. These are some of the best athletes forming one supergroup.
You really need to think of it like a pro combine. When these teams were put together, you're looking for those athletes that fill in those certain roles. Break down this pro cheer roster, really what's it made of?
At tryouts, those Pro Cheer League managers are really looking for 3 key pillars when it comes to their athletes. First up, the college legends. I'm talking athletes coming off D1 national championships at programs like Weber State, West Georgia, Louisville, and Navarro College. And then we move into the all-star icons. These are your world champions. They bring creative flair and a wow factor. Rounding out the top 3, hybrid specialists. Now, these are athletes who have spent years in stunt or acrobatic disciplines. Gabby Butler there on the screen, one of those all-star icons, making the crowd go wild. And Angel Rice, the hometown hero tonight.
Well, you take the best of the best, right? You put them in one uniform, and then you give them coaches who are trailblazers in cheer.
I really think that is the secret sauce, Richard, when you combine that much experience. The result is what you're about to see tonight, a product that is sharper than anything we've seen before.
Oh, man. Well, how about I'm so excited to get into this tonight. 1.6 million viewers tuned in to match number 1. We want to officially everybody watching at home, welcome into the show and welcome to Atlanta, Georgia. But tonight, you're in for it. We have 4 quarters of play.
This is what you're about to see. Quarter 1 is a 2-minute, 15-second routine. The only time tonight you'll see full team choreography like you just did with Atlanta Air. Quarters 2 through 4, we're calling it the gauntlet, moving into 9 skills games. And this is where the coaches start to play chess, choosing their best athletes to go head-to-head. We'll see co-ed and all-girl skills. Get this, the team that wins tonight is walking away with $15,000 in prize money.
Well, we'll keep a close eye on the picture tonight. Remember, this is cumulative scoring. Every point builds towards crowning our 2026 Pro Cheer League champions in Nashville. There's Miami taking home the first big check.
And here's how it's shaking out so far. Miami holds the lead with 13 points. Dallas sitting at 12, followed by Grit with 9. And Atlanta Air is sitting at 6 points. That can all change tonight. Atlanta Air leaning into that hometown crowd.
Listen, I look around right here. I have goosebumps with how many people are in this room to celebrate cheer at the top league in the world. So what do you say? Let's get down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Haley Elwood. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thanks, guys. Great to see you. I think I have the best seat standing situation here in the house tonight, but I am joined by Atlanta Air's coaches, Paige and Haley. Paige, what did it mean to kick this entire event off in the home city today?
It feels incredibly special to be able to do this in our hometown. Knowing the event was sold out was one thing, but being able to do it with all of our friends and family made the night even more meaningful for us.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Well, Coach Cologne has the vision, but athletes like Austin Schutzley provide the horsepower. Here's how this former pro baseball prospect brings that major league composure to the Dallas Drive.
Never thought I would be a cheerleader, first of all. I started out playing baseball and football my whole life. Did that from 3 years old all the way up until I was 16, 17. Right out of high school, I got drafted out of high school for baseball. Did a short little stint of minor league baseball with the Seattle Mariners. Did that till I was about 19, about 20, and then I decided just baseball wasn't the sport for me anymore. I lost love for it. Decided to go to school. Then I saw stunting for the first time at a football game. I started stunting. I literally learned to toss hands the first day, and I was like, okay, what else is next? Like, cheer has been a harder sport than any other sport that I've played, mentally and physically. I like to give back to the little ones, especially with coaching. Right now, I coach 3 teams with them starting young, it's just going to make them just freak of an athlete once they get into high school, college as well.
Drive is hoping for a home run tonight. They won quarter one in Indy. Can they do it again?
Music's on. That's the wrong music.
Here we go. They're going to figure this out.
Drive, go ahead and reset.
How about it? Your heart's pounding through your chest.
Start your engines.
Music's on.
Start your engines.
Hey, these athletes are strong. They're staying warm. They're staying locked in. And look at that.
The height on the double full basket on the top seven is home for this season.
Well, this team literally dominated the score sheet in match one, winning 5 of the 6 categories. Coach Tucker Hunter said he's running it back. No changes tonight, Maddie.
Wow, look at the height on that as they cross flyers to the other group. We won't see too many changes in this routine. They kept it consistent, saying, if it ain't broke, we're not going to fix it.
And as you can see, we had props out there. They brought them out last week. They were the only team to bring those out. It'll be interesting to see if anyone follows suit strategically tonight.
I am speed.
A little bit of a stunt drop there, but Maddie Bruff gets back into it.
Put the pedal right to the metal. We gon' leave you all in dust. Yeah, we coming in first place.
This is my favorite part of the routine. 5 double back baskets, and Maddie Hayes ending with a double layout in the front.
The visual. Match 2, everything seems higher, stronger. That's the confidence building here.
Another little bobble in the back by the all-girl stunt group. They keep
Have the
on out.
drivers.
You went first, you already gone. Distract the flowers and won't wait long.
Hearts are beating as they move into the pyramid section. Obviously, fatigue is starting to set in, so these stunts are a little bit harder to save, but they managed to keep it up.
Yeah, what impresses with Dallas is just how rarely they give away points with mistakes. Just steady and consistent, and that is Dallas Drive. Ladies and gentlemen, what a routine. Let's take a look back here. It was RPMs from the beginning all the way to the end, just redlining. Austin Schutzley giving the crowd a little love there.
Starting off with standing tumbling, beautiful synchronization and all-girl stunting in the back. If Dallas Drive is your favorite team, make sure you text ProCheer3 to the number on your screen to open up the poll.
Well, they wanted to turn heads here. Clearly they retooled, brought another level to the floor tonight. Haley, you're Matt's side.
I am Matt's side. I'm in the madness too right here, but I am here with Tucker and Aiden. Tucker, we heard not a lot of changes from Indianapolis to here in Atlanta, but what was the main focus from week 1 to week 2 here?
Our focus was to just carry the energy and the fun that we brought in Indy. We had so much fun showcasing everything we've been working on, so we just wanted to show that tonight.
We love it. We love fun. Guys, thank you.
Well, the first routines are in the books, but the competition is just getting started. When we come back, it's the second half of quarter 1 with the Golden State Grit and match 1 winners, Miami Metal. Stay with us. We're live from Atlanta, right here on ION. Pro Cheerleading, presented by Varsity Spirit, is brought to you by Varsity Spirit. Go for it. And by Curve AI. See your form like never before. Download the app today. Welcome back to Atlanta. We're just getting started here at the Georgia World Congress Center. Maddie, we were talking about the depth of teams how to juggle these athletes. You have 25 on the roster, but only 20 can be on the mat at a time.
Right, especially in quarter one. It's a unique element you're only going to see in pro competition, and that's because these athletes are so specialized. It allows coaches to tag in the specialists when they need them. Of course, it also helps with the fatigue factor. We have 4 quarters of action.
Yeah, we sure do. Haley is with 3 of the best judges on the planet. Let's get down to her.
Yeah, thank you. 4 quarters, 3 amazing judges. Please welcome Asia Chapman, Denise Tasheri, and Vontae Johnson. Asia, let's start with you. How has your time as an athlete shaped how you judge?
To be honest, to be an athlete, it takes a lot of work, confidence, and bravery. It's easy to be a spectator and think what we do is so easy, but it is not. So today, how I judge, I'm looking for those pro level skills because again, it takes bravery to go after them, to execute, and to just be on the top to elevate the sport. So that's my angle for today.
Absolutely, and then Denise, you have so much experience choreographing for pro teams and all sorts of things, but what really separates a pro routine from just a great routine?
That is a great question. My phrase for the night when watching these teams is watching where innovation meets intention. So how much they practice and put bold creativity into all of their skills while still keeping the professional polish.
And Vontae, last but not least, you obviously coach, but what are you most looking forward to tonight as a judge with your coaching background?
I think for me, I'm going to be looking for ingenuity. I want to see flow of routines. I want to see them having fun on the mat. So as a coach, I want to see the environment where the crowd can enjoy and watch it and have fun while they're doing it.
No better experts than these 3 to take us home and cover everything tonight. Maddie, Richard, send it back to you.
Well, thanks, Haley. You know, we have a lot to talk about talent on the mat, but it really starts with the vision of the top, Brian and Dee Dee Madsen. They've built a culture about knowing these athletes well enough that they unlock that next gear.
One of the main goals that Brian and I always have had is team unity. An athlete can be amazing and they can be the most talented athlete out there, but alone we're good. Together as a team building unity, we can be amazing.
I am a very competitive person and I love challenge.
I've been doing cheer for the last 20 years, 21 years.
In Hawaii, I cheered for my high school my senior year. Before that, I did gymnastics.
Each athlete has something they're really strong at, and we're trying to find the perfect position where they can shine and grow.
I found partner stunt and I just automatically fell in love with it.
It was beautiful to see them all just cheering each other on and finding the comfort with each other to do the skills maybe they were a little bit frightened of.
When you walk in these walls, you're expected to train like a champion, and everybody understands that. That's expected culture, and they understand that that's the standard.
Classy, athletic, golden.
We have early leaders for the best tagline. Put that on a t-shirt. Let's see if that connection carries them to the top tonight. Golden State, the floor is yours.
Golden State, music's on.
It's Golden State. Scripps is professional grade.
Here they go, the drive and determination of this team coming from the West Coast all the way to the GA. Beautiful partner stunts to start.
Well, Grit scored first place in tosses in Indy. We see a lot of high flying.
Got the opportunity to watch this team in practice today, and they are hungry for a win. They came in third in the first match, but tonight they want that to change. Here's those basket tosses. Double full baskets.
So high, just warming up for hang time later. And it looks like the first team now, okay, we have a banner. Playing a little strategy strategy, right? You want to keep up with Dallas. They had a lot going on, but love to see it here by Golden State.
Absolutely, it's a surprise element for the team. Three-hand team to the back. A very difficult co-ed stunting skill. Golden State also excelled with co-ed stunting in the first match, and you're seeing 5 stunts right now. Passing to another group, shoulder flip. We call that pony flies in cheerleading.
Brandon and Dee Dee have this team on lock here. They understand the big stage. And they're the league's only husband and wife coaching duo. How cool is that? Look, this feels like they have so many skills packed into this 2:15 here, Maddie.
That was Golden State Grit. So many skills packed into that routine. They look happy with it as they exit the mat. You'll notice they are the only pro team so far not to include a dance in their full 2 minutes and 15 seconds, really getting to maximize the number of skills that they can squeeze into that time. Taking a look at some of those skills in this replay. Beautiful stunting.
Yeah, it sure was. They're trying to steal the spotlight here in Atlanta. And if you love it, the fan vote text-in line is wide open. Text Pro Cheer 3 to the number on your screen to pull up the poll and vote for the Golden State Grit.
And the Madsons are pumped up for that.
Such a clean routine here. Let's get down to Haley.
Everyone loves it. Dee Dee, I am here with Dee Dee right now. And Dee Dee, talk to me a little bit about maybe how did this routine get stronger, in your opinion, from the first match to this one?
We started a season a little bit later. We had to make some roster adjustments, but once we kind of got our team, we were able to start working together, build the trust, and do all the skills safely. So there's more.
There's more. We love a tease. Dee Dee, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
They never stop growing. That sets the stage. Lets their stars shine. And speaking of stars, one of the biggest in the sport is Gabby Butler. She's at a turning point in her career, looking to prove that her impact on the mat is just as powerful as her presence off of it. Let's take a look.
Cheerleading means everything to me, and I feel like cheerleading overall gives you so much life lessons just as an overall person, not just an athlete. It's like we've been bred to be mentally tough, physically tough, self-driven, disciplined, hardworking, loyal. As soon as they said something about a pro league happening, I was like, I need to be a part of it. Even though I'm about to be 28, I feel like my body is still feels like I'm 18. I say if you can still do it and you love it, then why not? My most proud accomplishment, I think, is just being able to touch so many younger kids' lives. Are you guys like best friends? It's good to be a positive light for these kids. Anytime they are near me, I just want them to feel loved and like uplifted and just good about themselves.
All girl stunts, but tonight the spotlight is now on them in Atlanta.
What is behind the curtain?
A new look start here.
Music's on.
They're ready to rock.
I can't wait to see these open up.
They're holding, they're holding.
Once again, our lead referee, Lark Wood, is all over it. You have to understand how hard that is to hold these athletes up. Lark makes sure we are on point.
It's a mental game now. They have to get their minds right for that music restart.
Music's on.
Miami, let's get metal.
There we go. They reveal incredible second and coming skills right from the start.
What a push out of the gate.
Right, the building skills. Wow. That's the front flip all the way up to 3 high shoulder sets. I don't even know what to call that, Richard. It's a move that we did not see in Indy.
You can literally make up any name you want at this moment. Look, Coach Casgali, they blew up their routine for match 1. They knew they could not beat the drive choreography. Team voted. They changed 75% of this in a month where we saw college nationals.
in with their partner Josh Hill on the mat. They were not able to compete in the Indy, but they are tagged back in for match 2. Wow! Joy from there to the top.
From the bottom to the top. I mean, that's literally getting world class.
Haley and Josh in the back with a move they're calling the shooting star.
Has that ever been done before?
I have not seen it performed live, only on a tape. But goodness, it was impressive.
If you're watching from home, you have to understand these are the best in the world.
Corey Little in the middle. Oh, forgive me, that's not Corey. He's on the side there, number 27.
Rhino's holding him up.
Real quickly tops Gabby. A handstand.
Maddie, the crowd is eating this up right now.
Now they get to have fun. Let loose a little bit with some fun choreography as Haley Dillon tags back in for a final skill. Beautiful! Wow.
Unbelievable! Coach on the sidelines going crazy. A completely new look here in Atlanta. How big of a change?
They are turning up the heat in Miami, and they are pleased with that routine. Again, 75% of that routine was different than what we saw in match 1. We have new athletes on the team as well, and they are showing out. If Miami's your favorite, text Pro Cheer 3 to the number on your screen right now and give them some love in the fan vote.
Well, I asked them what it was like walking away as champs. They looked at me and said, incredible, Richard. We got paid. So they know that feeling of walking away with the big check. Haley, you're Matt side.
Insane. You're crying. No, you're fine. I know it was emotional. Richard was saying you guys changed 75% of your routine. Come on. How proud are you of this group to get it done?
That was our first full out with a full team. I am beyond grateful for these amazing athletes, not only on the floor, but off the floor. I love every single one of them. We knew coming out of game 1 that Dallas was the best to beat. In that quarter 1, they were amazing. We just knew we had to top that as much as we possibly could. We are so proud of that performance, no matter what happens.
Congratulations, spoken like a true coach.
Jose, we are proud of you. The artistic half of the night is over. Now it's about survival in the gauntlet. When we return, the head-to-head wars begin with co-ed endurance. Don't go anywhere. The PCL on Ion is about to heat up. Back to Atlanta on Valentine's Day weekend as we see the first time ever the athletes on the stage that we're going to see the gauntlet going head to head.
That's right. We are still waiting on those quarter 1 scores. We'll see how they ranked for the routine, but you have a say this night. You can vote for the fan favorite for Pro Cheerleading.
I'll tell you, I've never seen anything like this tonight. It's all about you at home and letting your voices be heard. How cool is this? This is your fan favorite vote belt. This is not worth points tonight. However, tonight it is about pride, and these athletes, they want to hang this back at their home gyms.
You absolutely want that belt. Text Pro Cheer 3 to the number. Check out our Instagram to find out more.
Yeah, so as we await the scores, we see the teams now on the floor. How do you think that affects the overall field tonight?
Well, I think they have to get their bearings on the mat right, understand the arena, and really get a feel for the crowd, but now it's time to lock in.
Well, I'll tell you who's locked in is those judges. They had their hands full, a lot of things thrown their way. Let's get down to Haley. She's with them now.
Yeah, this was quite the decision. I'm here with Denise. Denise, who won quarter 1?
Quarter 1 goes to Miami Metal.
And what impressed you most about them to decide?
So we saw a couple things tonight that we haven't seen before, specifically the baskets. There was a front 1.5, the all-girl stunts executed beautifully. Remember the phrase I told you, where innovation beats intention, and I think Miami Metal totally nailed that.
Thanks, Denise, we appreciate it.
You got it.
Well, if you're just joining us, you joined us right at the right time as we get into the chaos of what we're about to jump into with the gauntlet. We're going to start to see the specialists on each of these rosters now take control.
That's right. At the start of quarters 2, 3, and 4, we will see all 4 teams competing in one game in a head-to-head format, the seed game. The results of that first event will split the field into 2 teams, the winner's bracket and 2 teams in the loser's bracket. Of course, you always want to be in the winner's circle. Those teams also get the right to win the coin toss and choose which games are played in the next rounds.
Well, so much on the line here. Our first event of the seeding tests every ounce of grit these athletes have. It's co-ed endurance.
Co-ed endurance. 45 seconds on the clock.
This is a fast-paced test of strength and precision. The flyer stands on the base's hand as he tosses and catches her in his opposite hand. Each successful exchange adds to the team's total. The turn ends when the clock runs out, the base uses 2 hands to steady, the stunt drops, or the flyer's feet fall below the base's head level. The final score? Simple. Total popovers completed. In a game where endurance is everything, every catch counts.
Here we go. Our lead referee, Lark Wood, is on the floor. Lark, the show is yours.
Miami Metal set. Your music's on.
45 seconds to compete as many QB popovers as possible. There goes Haley Smith.
You're going to see 2 boxes on your screen here. The first is that timer, that 45 seconds. Rhino flying right now, faster than we've seen him go yet. Unofficial counters climbing up quickly.
Colin the Rhino Cockerell is a 12-time world champion and former Olympic weightlifter. Haley Galena, 9-time partner stunt champion. The bench is stacked with this one.
39-40. We're climbing, come on.
Dallas Drive in the background shaking their heads.
5 seconds left, will we see 50?
Come on!
We hit 50 with 1. What a show!
Wow, 52, the unofficial count. Colin doesn't even seem
I got
tired.
53.
We head down in just a second. We're gonna let Lark catch his breath here. I mean, look at the shoulders on that man.
Easy popping right to the top. Ryan Klein keeping a close eye on Haley. Popping back and forth with speed and precision. Notice Haley's body control. Her core is so tight, Colin can just move as quickly as he wants.
Well, we kind of know what's happening. We heard him say it, but that was an unofficial counter on that screen. Let's head down to Lark for the official number.
While number 53 was a completed skill, it was after the timer. Colin's number is 52.
So 52, there is nobody better in this game than Lark Wood. This man controls the floor and has been all night, but here we go. That seems insurmountable now as Dallas Drive heads out.
The number to meet from match 1 was 33 with Atlanta Air. We'll see if Tati Davis and TJ Taylor can beat Colin's number of 52.
Listen, TJ, Troy University, and Tati from Navarro, they're excellent. Best of luck. The floor is yours.
Dallas Drive set. Your music is on.
And the 45 seconds begin straight to the top. There's one.
Going a little bit slower, but very controlled.
Notice how TJ is trying to replace
There's
his
10.
hands there, keeping Tati as still as possible.
Up to 15. Come on, TJ. He holds it. Every rep just earning this moment here for Dallas Drive.
6 seconds left.
22. Come on, how about a 24? Possible 25. The time is up and still catches.
Tati Davis always has the showmanship.
Oh my goodness, what a round here. Let's take a look at that again as we see TJ's wife on the sideline cheering him on. The different approach, Maddie, as we see this further and further, we get into this tour here, everyone goes about it differently.
TJ took it nice and slow and controlled. Tati staying tight at the top.
Go to this.
Anu on the side cheering on her teammates and the rest of the bench.
Let's get down to Lark for the official count.
I believe the official count was 23.
23, okay. Haley, you're with the winners.
I am with the winners. I'm here with Colin and another Haley. Great name, by the way. 52, come on.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. What went into the strategy of just switching so quickly and the trust that you have within each other?
You know, Haley and I trained this quite a bit, so we had a strategy of just making sure that there was a good flow and make sure we had good communication the whole entire time. Ryan was talking to me the whole entire time, Haley was, and I was just trying to control my breathing and make sure I didn't go too fast, too slow, just keeping a good pace.
So much of this is a mental game. Congrats, guys.
Well, here you go. They take the first head-to-head matchup. They solidify their chance to play in the coin toss. They'll wait now the winner of this next matchup, Golden State versus Atlanta Air, who did 33 reps and set the mark there in match number 1. So let's get after it. Lark, the floor is yours.
Set. Your music's on.
Jonathan Taylor, JT, and Autumn Schless taking another crack at it. 45 seconds, here we go. 1.
The crowd urging them on. Clearly Atlanta Air fans here at the home. There's 10.
Autumn cool as a cucumber there at the top, and TJ working hard. Oh.
Holds it strong.
Looks like he only caught one of her feet there, but he saved the stunt.
Every rep, the crowd gets louder here.
10 seconds
Embrace
left.
it.
Come on.
There's just no rush. Here he goes. This is where he turns it on. Turbo mode. 35. Ow! Beats his previous record by 1.
It seems we'll have to get that official count, but unofficially he did pop over one more time than he did at Indy. And take a look at this technique. We were shocked to see it in match 1, but now we come to expect it out of TJ and Autumn.
At this point, they're automatic.
Say it again.
Let's get down to Larkwood for the official count.
Coach Paige
The
Colon
official
is
count
happy for
is
that.
34.
34 beats the previous count by Atlanta Air in Indianapolis. Okay, first timers, Golden State Grit, opportunity of redemption, knocking on the door for the Grit, who was defeated by Air in this exact match, number 1.
Golden State set. Your music's on.
Here's the advantage of going last. Golden State knows exactly what's in front of them here. 27 popovers in Indy.
All they have to do is beat Atlanta Air's 34 to get into the winner's bracket.
He's already at 16 and flying. There's 20.
Oscar Perez is popping it over as quickly as he can and staying nice and controlled. Shoulders are burning at this point.
There's 30. We're making a push with 15 seconds left.
Come on, Talia. Here we go.
The crowd's letting him know it. Holds it up.
All right, he's already unofficially ahead of Atlanta Air. We'll have to get the official count, but they could be going to the winner's bracket. Time is up. Unofficial count is 39.
You love when they're just going for pride out there. 39 is your unofficial count. Let's get down to Larkwood to see if he agrees here as we look at this replay one more time. The speed up, the turbo mode, Maddie.
Oscar was cool under pressure once again. When that clock is ticking, you know, you start to lose your technique, but he didn't.
Yeah, Talia, she's a gymnast who tried cheer once. She loved it. Now she's here as a pro. Doesn't get any better than that. Larkwood, official number, please.
39.
39.
They're heading to the winner's bracket and will face off with Miami Metal.
So that's how the gauntlet begins. Coming up next, Haley, we go to you. I mean, were you expecting to see those kinds of numbers today?
Holy moly, you guys. I cannot believe it. And what I also want to talk to Talia about is just your composure when you were up there and you were rotating back and forth. How do you keep so calm, especially when your partner just pulls it out to get into the winner's bracket there?
I just trust him so much. I just have such a strong bond with my teammates, and it's just trust.
It's just trust. Duh.
Simple as that, right? I trust Maddie. She can't toss me that high. That's how the gauntlet begins. Coming up next, we shift gears. We're trading endurance for elevation with hang time. But first, the coin toss. Stay right there. You're watching the Pro Cheer League live from Atlanta. Welcome back to Atlanta as we take a look at the road ahead. Tonight is just stop number 2 on the Pro Cheer League Tour. Houston is next, Maddie. Anaheim follows, and it all builds towards championship weekend in Nashville. But the focus tonight is in Atlanta. And here's where we stand as quarter 2 takes shape.
Yes, and co-ed endurance set the winners and losers bracket. It will be Miami versus Golden State Grit, who will play hang time toe touch. But first we head down to the losers bracket, where Atlanta Air will take on Dallas Drive with all-girl Big Trick.
Dallas Drive, your music is on.
No. Doherty, the flyer, with a round off full twisting rewind. Pop-Tart to heel stretch, push it back, they save it. Attempting an Arabian to double full dismount.
And they love it, the crowd loves it. No easing into that at all. You have time, you have to go early. That's how you do it. What a strong finish.
Taking another look at that skill, they only have one attempt to get it to the top, and they do. Back spot Angelina Portugal controlling Sahana at the top, muscling that stretch back up before they attempt and nail that Arabian to double dismount.
Well, let's send it back to the floor here as Atlanta gets set.
Atlanta, your music is on.
A new athlete on the mat, back spot Journey Norris. Beautiful body control by Maya Dennis. And a fast forward. It went by so fast, Richard, but goodness, that arabesque double back twist layout dismount was stunning.
Whatever you just said sounded brilliant, and I saw it, and it was brilliant. They knew it was at stake. That was their moment to leapfrog.
Fast forward, Budu,
wow.
1/4 up to arabesque. Beautiful body position, making it look so easy with the double back twist layout dismount.
And that was when they modified that sequence today to level up, and they absolutely did here in their hometown in the ATL. Haley Elwood, let's get down to you.
Thank you so much, Richard. All right, Asia, who wins all-girl Big Trick?
Like I said, you have to have the confidence. So we're gonna go with Atlanta Air.
Wow.
The execution, the double back to prone, the fast forward to prone, back handspring double up, perfection.
All right, thank you.
We see a hard-fought 2-point win there in the losers bracket. Huge win by Atlanta to bank 2 points, but we're headed to that winners bracket where 3 and 4 points are up for grabs. Our third game in quarter 2 will be hang time.
Hang time. Same basket skill, every team. 2 basket groups go head-to-head with one goal, throw higher than the other. Judges watch for height from last touch to catch. No style points, just raw elevation. The highest flyer wins the battle.
Pure height here for Lark. The floor is yours.
All right, guys, we're playing hang time. In the second quarter, we are using toe touch baskets. Your music will start on 5, hold through the 1, dip on the next 5. Set your baskets.
It's a rematch from Indianapolis in a
Your music is on.
One.
Here we go. Do we see them above the LED lights today?
Here we go.
The dip, the push.
Boom.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
I'm having deja vu. It's too close to call for me back here on the judges' risers.
It went to an instant replay the last time they faced off. Again, Lark, thoughts?
The winner.
Oh.
Miami Metal.
Miami Metal squeezes it out. Let's see the frame.
Here we go. A freeze frame there at the top. You can see flyer Julia Romero a little bit tired.
Metal.
Miami off to the side. That freeze frame was tremendous. The height, I can't wait to hear the height on that as we get further and further. But as it goes, all right, Lark takes over control of the floor here, but we just saw now Miami Metal securing that maximum number of points. And first on the board here through the gauntlet. Haley Elwood's getting the team set. What a show!
What a show. Also, big shout out to Lark, because he is my wingman up here too. All right, Colin, speak again. You guys are now crushing this competition at this point. How does it feel with so much change that's gone in from week 1 to week 2 right now?
We are honestly just prepared. You know, Coach Jose has got us right, and just making sure that we have good communication among all of us, and we're just having fun. That's the most important part. We're just having a lot of fun right now.
We love it. Fun, communication. Thank you so much.
What a quarter 2 by Miami Metal. The crowd into it, glued to this competition. When we come back, the stakes are raised even more. Head-to-head competition right here live in Atlanta. Stay with us, everyone. The PCL rolls on next. Houston, Texas, get ready to go pro. The Pro Cheer League is stopping in the Lone Star State on February 27th. Tickets on sale now at ProCheerLeague.com. And if it's anything like Atlanta, she's gonna sell out. Or you can watch us live right here at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on ION.
2 quarters down, we are halfway through the Pro Cheer League Atlanta match. Take a look. This is how the scores are looking. Right now, a 3-way tie between Dallas, Atlanta, and Golden State with 4 points. Miami takes the lead for the first 2 quarters with 8.
You can have one hot quarter here, but just like they did, you need to put it all together. So here we go. All of this leads up to our quarter 3 seeding game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Last Pass.
Pass. 4 elite tumblers, 2 corners of the mat. 3 athletes launch together in a perfectly synchronized pass. From the opposite corner, 1 solo tumbler answers with speed, style, and flair. This is the Last Pass, the ultimate tumbling accomplishment in cheer, where these high-flying athletes make their statement.
One of the favorites here.
Atlanta Air will be the first team to take off with Last Pass. We saw this synchronized tumbling pass. Seneca Erickson, one of the only female athletes to participate in Last Pass, but Dee Joseph was the star in Indy. Take a look at this incredible pass. He was twisting all up and down the place, but quickly bounced back with a punch front through to triple full, a pro-level only skill in competition. Hometown hero Dee Joseph, what will he throw tonight?
Well, as soon as he got shown on the screen there, the place erupted. Clearly a fan favorite. So much pressure on the floor, Lark. The show is yours.
Atlanta set. Your music is on.
Come to first 3 in synchronization. 1.5.
Oh!
A little bit off with the timing, but let's see what Dee has to offer.
Oh,
triple
my
full.
goodness!
He said, this is my house. Triple.
Did you see how high he got right there?
He said it's a quad. I got to see a replay of that.
That's why we can slow it down. This replay, I have to see this again. Okay, that looked good.
He's keeping me honest here in the booth. Round off, 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
That's a disqualification.
That is elite, but Lark Wood makes a call. as we work this out, that is an elite skill on another level. So fast, we didn't even catch it. Had to see it in slow-mo.
I've never seen a quadruple full in real life.
Okay, the floor is cleared as we get ready for Miami medal.
And what a showstopper Miami medal was in Indianapolis.
Yeah, you have to wonder how Miami's Maximus Decimus Meridius, Skylar Gray, Mr. Gladiator, is what he's gonna do next. I mean, you can see it here. He blew the internet up.
A viral moment from match 1 after synchronized tumbling. Skylar Graves from the opposite corner performing a beautiful round-off back handspring double out like it's nothing.
Well, the internet's clamoring. They want to see a byless, a possible a full in, back out. What he does today, we have no idea. So what are we waiting for? Lark, let's do it.
Miami medal, your music is on.
Lark holds them up here as we work this out.
Miami medal, your music is on.
They're asking the crowd to make some noise.
The crowd already was. They're back here.
Josh Hill, Jay Kendrick, and Marcel Finlay.
Good synchro, here we go.
1.5 punch front.
Oh!
Double back tuck, sticks the landing. His signature pose, and Schutzley in the back from drive is hitting it too.
I'm telling you, Mr. Gladiator does not miss. He also happens to be like one of the nicest people on the planet. Well done by him.
Josh Hill's first time competing with the Pro Cheer League and starting out strong with the synchronized pass, passing it over to teammate Skylar Graves. Double back tuck, boom.
All right, Haley, you're with our judges.
Yeah, so I'm actually watching them deliberate right now, and I know Vontae is coming down off the judging table right now. I know we kind of have a very interesting decision going on. But Vontae, fill us in. We are still chatting. This is very serious business, guys. Fill us in on just what happened in that first match right there.
Both of those athletes are throwing record-breaking, phenomenal skills that we don't ever see in college, ICU, those type of skills. So it was very, very close. But there only can be one person to win, and it's going with Miami.
All right. He built suspense there.
I was on the edge of my seat. You can see the rivalries growing here. Didn't love that pull, but that's what makes Pro Cheer League so special.
We're getting word from our officials that that incredible quadruple full from D. Joseph was actually a disqualification. And it's not legal to twist 4 times.
Wow.
The crowd disagrees. They want to see it again. The arena erupting in boos.
Listen, there's so much on the line here, but these athletes, as we'll see all night, get this rule book ahead of time. Let's get down to Lark, who's going to now control the floor once again with 2 teams, as we just saw, and the crowd backing Atlanta Air here on their feet, screaming ATL. Larkwood, the floor is yours.
The next matchup, Dallas Drive against Golden State Grit. Dallas Drive, you're on the mat, your music is on.
Between Indy and Atlanta, Coach Tucker Hunter didn't want big changes. It's all about the reps here.
Starting off with a synchronized pass. Arabian. Ending in a double full. Beautiful double back. That's Kobe Williams from the University of Louisville. That pass in Indy was a huge crowd favorite, and the bench agrees.
Yeah, Asa and Caleb were rivals in college, but now they're syncing passes together. Hunter Tucker said they're like unsung heroes of this team. They just grind it out. Look at that synchro.
That was some of the best synchronized tumbling I've seen tonight from Dallas Drive.
Look at this man sparkle as he flips through the sky. That is the Pro Cheer League difference. Okay, Dallas Drive sets the tone here as Golden State is about to have their moment here on Last Pass. So much happening today, Larkwood, but that floor is yours.
Golden State, your music is on.
Great synchronization. Here comes Claudio Vargas, number 23.
Just
Double
floating
back.
right now. On his birthday, absolutely sticks the corner of that mat. Is that man pumped up? The answer is yes, and you should be with that big of a solo pass.
Hearts of gold from Golden State Grit. We'll take another look at the synchronization from Nicholas Polito, Ben Ugade, and Connor Jensen. And answering the call is Claudio Vargas.
Wow. So impressive. And now the crowd's starting to think they can maybe change this judge's opinion before we get to Haley. Let's go to her now.
Guys, it is wild out here. Slightly less controversial decision, though. So, Vontae, who got this second round?
So this one came down to the landings and who was in sync the most, and that was going to go with Dallas Drive.
There is so much more than just the last pass. There's also the synchronicity. Dallas, congrats.
And that's exactly what we just covered there. As these athletes get better and better, that synchro pass becomes so much more important. But here we go, 4 teams, 4 runs. What a quarter of action here. Last Pass set the order, and the fight for control is next. When we return, the coin toss and the battle for Atlanta continues. Stay with us. You're watching the Pro Cheer League right here on ION. Follow us on social at ION Game Day, your home for women's sports culture. Welcome back to Atlanta. Richard Curtis here alongside Maddie Gardner. What a night. The seating is complete, and now the picture is clear. Let's take a look here at the points by quarter before we head back down to the floor, Maddie.
Miami is still in the lead with 8 points. They'll have a chance to score either 4 or 3 because they are in the winner's bracket facing off against Dallas Drive. Meanwhile, it will be Atlanta Air versus Golden State Grit taking the mat first in all-girl endurance.
Larkwood, the floor is yours.
Golden State, set. Your music is on.
Okay, here we go. They are officially up. This game looks calm, but it never feels calm for these athletes.
1, 2. TikTok stretches back and forth in 45 seconds. Lark is counting. We'll get the official, unofficial count, I should say, on the bottom left corner of your screen.
And they hit 10.
You recognize Talia, number 4. Yeah, she was in co-ed endurance as well.
Maddie, as somebody, oh my goodness! And we have it dropped possibly at 19, but a great start here. The number is up there. Unofficial. We'll see if that last one counted. Let's take a look at the replay here.
TikTok stretches back and forth from Golden State Grit. Take a look at the control by the group. It looks like
Yes.
Lark is going to fill us in here on the official count.
The official count is 19.
19, there you go. The squad held it together there. Atlanta Air, the floor is now going to be theirs. Maddie, do you think it's Better to go first or second now that you've seen this all-girl endurance a few times?
Second, and Atlanta Air has proven their all-girl stunting supremacy tonight. We'll see what they can do with all-girl endurance.
Well, best of luck here in front of their hometown crowd. The Lark.
Atlanta set. Your music is on.
45 seconds on the clock. Karis Humphreys is our flyer, number 14.
You can see the 45 seconds counting down. Very controlled approach here by Atlanta Air.
Take a look at her bases talking to each other. We call that mat talk in cheerleading.
Is that who's driving the ship here? I mean, she's way up there. How are they communicating with each other on when to kick that over?
Karis has to be really in tune with her bases and her back spot to know when to switch after they pop.
Well, she's in tune with somebody. She's up. The timer, or the unofficial count, there it goes. Climbing, possibly up to 20 here. This is all about pride as they come down.
Come on down.
They're
come
not
on
coming
down. Come on down.
down.
Come on down. Your music's over.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah, why not? Hey, let's turn this into a 3-hour one. Well done by Atlanta Air. Clearly feeding off the energy of this room. They're chanting ATL and does it with a smile on her face.
Because that's how we do it in cheerleading, Richard.
Okay, Lark Wood, I think he's got the official number. I love having the teams up there on the sidelines cheering them on.
The official count is 26.
26 for Atlanta Air in all-girl endurance.
Once again, coming away huge here, grabbing that extra point, keeping themselves in the conversation here as we move into this next bracket where 3 and 4 points are up for grabs. Haley, let's get down to you before we head over.
It's about time we spoke with the hometown crowd. Congratulations, guys. I want to talk a little bit, not necessarily about strategy, but going second. How beneficial is it to know the number that you guys have to beat?
It's very beneficial. We already have a standard that we have to meet, so once we pass that standard, it's very much just cruising from there.
Thanks, guys.
So here's how it went. Grit with 19, the Air with 26. What a number by them here as you're seeing the winner's bracket. All right, listen, I gotta be honest. We saw the crowd getting behind these teams, clearly having their favorites, but I love the camaraderie. A lot of handshakes here as we come out for a monster toss once again.
This is hang time.
Once again, teams, we are playing hang time. In this quarter, it is with back tuck baskets. Music starts on a 5. We hold through the 1, we can dip on the next 5. Good luck to both teams. Go ahead and set. Your music is on.
I'm holding on to my seat right now. Both teams geared up. With a little pizzazz. Come on!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness! I don't know what's more impressive, the showmanship or the fact that they might have just whole body above the rafters. He's just as speechless as we are. Let's go to the instant replay here.
Joe Harris is not sure whose basket was higher, and I'm not either.
Here it is. I still, Maddie.
What do we think, crowd? The officials are going to call it. Lark, are you ready?
I can hear them. Let them know. Who do you think the winner is?
The official decision is Dallas Drive.
Dallas Drive! Flyer Maddie Hayes once again undefeated in hang time.
The best in the business. But I'm telling you, the showmanship on that side is out of control. Show me this one more time, please. Unbelievable. That is razor tight.
I think the frame on the left really tells the story. But Haley Smith sure did climb.
I hope your television is in HD because that was beautiful. Haley, highest possible we've seen yet.
Guys, my heart is in my throat when I watch these. But Dallas, congratulations. What did it take to get this done?
Well, we're super bonded. Our flyer is super, super talented. Maddie knows how to ride a basket. She probably has one of the beautiful baskets in the industry, so we rely on our flyers and the choreo at the beginning.
Love it. We talked about the flair. Love it. Congrats, guys.
If there's one thing about Sam Ortiz, he's going to add choreo.
He absolutely is. Well, that's it. Quarter 3 is in the books. And we head to the 4th where the match gets decided and someone walks out of here with control of the season. The finishing frame of match 2 is next.
Welcome back to Atlanta here at the Pro Cheer League, where I have the honor of introducing Commissioner John Newby, who has the honor of presenting the fan vote belt to our winner. John, let's take it from here.
Something new we're bringing out here in Atlanta. We've got our first fan favorite belt going to Miami Metal.
Woo, Gabby, let's grab this belt. This is a very heavy, hefty situation. But Gabby, how special are the Miami Metal fans to you?
They are everything to us, and honestly, we wouldn't be here without our fans. So I just want to say personally thank you to each and every person who voted. We love y'all. We wouldn't be here without y'all, and we do it for y'all. And thank you again so much. We're honored, and we love you guys.
Thanks, Gabby. We're doing this every game from here on out, guys. Richard, Maddie, back to you.
Well, the fans have spoken, and they voted for Miami Metal, but let's take a look at how the scores are lining up so far after 3 quarters of nonstop action. Miami Metal in the lead with 11, followed by Dallas Drive with 8, Atlanta Air sitting at 6, and Golden State Grit just 1 point behind with 5 points. The 4th quarter is about to begin.
Yeah, we're going to start with a fast, unforgiving, and a big old test right here. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. It's Flash Pyramid.
Flash Pyramid. Both teams line up, locked in and ready. The selected pyramid silhouette drops. The music hits. Teams race to build the pyramid fast and flawless. The first team to hit it wins the round. Best of 5 takes it in a game where teamwork under pressure is everything.
Okay, Lark talks to the teams here. Grit and Metal face off first, meaning only one will move into that winner's bracket where the max 4 points is there. Larkwood, here we go.
Golden State, Miami Metal, we are playing best of 5. Good luck to both teams. Your music is on.
The countdown begins.
And they're off. 4 new silhouettes, wow!
And that's one of them.
A brand new silhouette for this week. Not only did they have to prepare, there's up to 9 different variations they could possibly see. Great rush off the line here. Larkwood, thoughts?
The first point goes to Miami Metal.
It is best of 5, but Miami Metal is starting off strong with 1 point.
Golden State was right there.
It was close.
Second pyramid, your music's on.
Oh, what a countdown.
Oh,
we're getting everybody.
The mental synapse.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Man, it was an elevator to the top. Planted it down there. Both teams, excellent work. Larkwood, did one come out on top there?
The point goes to Miami Metal.
Wow. 2-0 start for the 305.
But the Grit have exactly that. Grit has it. Their back's against the wall right now, but absolutely can put 3 together here as Corey Little pumps up the squad.
He knew they had it.
The score is 2-0. Miami, if you get the next point, you win.
It all comes down to this.
Your music is on.
Swedish ball pyramid.
Are you kidding me? That is absolutely elite.
I know where my head's at, but we'll have to check in for the official decision.
The point goes to Miami Metal. The win goes to Miami Metal.
Miami Metal will head to the winner's bracket.
They await now the winner of this next matchup. Listen, the time to build here is really what's impressive. The stats don't lie. It was almost 5 seconds for what Dallas Drive was doing. Hunter Tucker said they dropped it now to 4 seconds, exactly kind of where Miami Metal was. Let's see how Atlanta Air does in their attempt here against Dallas.
Atlanta Air, Dallas Drive. Good luck to both teams. Your music is on.
Atlanta Air races to the front. It's close.
Very close here. Dallas says they win that. Let's go to Lark. Hold on as we go to this replay. Fast off the line there, Maddie.
The point goes to Dallas Drive.
All right, Dallas Drive, the defending champs for Flash Pyramid here after match 1. They have a point on the board.
Team set. Your music's on.
This countdown is making my heart go nuts. Fast off this line here for Atlanta. Oh my goodness.
Similar techniques to load into that pyramid.
And you saw them hold it at the end. That needs to be a solid 2 count to count. So let's see what Lark believes.
The point goes to Dallas Drive.
Uh-oh. It's shaping up to be just like the first matchup.
It's razor tight though. I mean, Atlanta had them off the line. A little stumble, and that's all it took then for Dallas to pull back in the lead, but they are not done yet. This is a best of 5. Here we go.
The score is 2-0. Dallas gets this point, they win the game. Both teams set. Your music's on.
What will it be? Something we've never seen before. A brand new pyramid.
Wow. Drive sped ahead there of the competition.
And they're celebrating like they know what's coming here. It was, I think we got to get to Lark for the official score here.
Officially, the point in the game goes to Dallas Drive.
Red lining out of that line so fast. But like I said, that's brand new. We've never seen those pyramids before. Just preparing for everything out here on the stage in Atlanta. But that was a great round by Atlanta Air as well. Like I said, so close. Haley, you're with the Drive.
I'm with the Drive and the Metal, and we are gonna start with Ryan. Ryan, 4 new silhouettes that you guys had to prepare for. What was it like to lock in and get this win?
So this event is all about chaos, and we have to stay calm in the chaos, and that's what I feel like led us to success today, was staying calm when everything felt crazy.
That is very true, chaos in the calm. And then Maddie, as for you, you guys, the defending champs, obviously in this specific game, just what did it mean to defend that crown and get the win?
It means the world. We work so hard on the Flash Pyramids, and we really believe that it's one of our best ones, so every time that we go to do it, we get really excited and we hype each other up, and it shows, so.
Congratulations, guys.
Well, coming up, the last 2 games of the night. One is a fan favorite in bullseye tumbling. Who can land closest to the center of the target? We find out next. Stay right there. You're watching the Pro Cheer League on ION. Follow us on social at ION Game Day, your home for women's sports culture. And welcome back to the Pro Cheer League on Ion. We just watched all 4 teams battle it out in Flash Pyramid. Miami and Dallas moved to the winner's bracket. Atlanta and Grit to the losers with fewer points on the line. But as we know, cumulative season scoring means every point matters.
That's right, the match so far after 3 quarters of action. Take a look at the standings. Miami Metal hangs on to the lead with 11 points. And we'll see them head-to-head against Dallas Drive in the winner's bracket. The loser's bracket will be Golden State Grit and Atlanta Air. But first, we have to go to Lark for the coin toss to see what games they'll be playing.
All right, teams, your options in this quarter are going to be co-ed big trick and bullseye. You all are heads, you all are tails. It is heads. What would you like to play? All right, the winner's bracket will be playing co-ed big trick. Would you like to go first or second? Second. They would like to go second in co-ed big trick. That means we are playing bullseye in our loser's bracket. Golden State Grit, would you like to go first or second in bullseye? They would like to go second, which means we are playing bullseye. Atlanta Air, you're in the corner.
The hometown team will be up first in bullseye tumbling. Atlanta Air, 3 tumblers are getting ready to show what they have when it comes to precision.
Bullseye. 3 tumblers, 1 target. Each athlete throws a corner-to-corner pass, aiming to stick the bullseye. Both feet down, no step-outs. Closer to center means more points. Farthest body part decides the mark. All 3 scores combine for the team total. In the end, precision separates the best from the rest.
Well, you can land a monster pass and still lose it by a millimeter. Bullseye is all about precision under pressure, and Atlanta Air's feeling it now.
Atlanta Air, your music is on.
Coming from the corner.
Hold your landing.
Oh my goodness!
Where is he?
He sticks the landing, the heels.
You're good.
Let's get to Lark for the official count. Lark, the number was?
The number was 7.
Okay, 7 points is on the board here now. That's locked in for Atlanta.
And now it will go to Golden State Grit.
Once that 30-second clock starts, the athletes can feel the rhythm. Oh!
Oh! The farthest point away from the target is the score that counts.
You're good.
You can see the judges. They have the pointers. They can absolutely dial in where that furthest body part is. Let's get down to Lark for the call.
The score is 7.
7, and here's a great look at it.
There we go.
Oh!
He steps back there into the light gray ring. That means 7 points.
If you see where those feet were at the start though, Maddie, that was a 9 if his back foot does not fall back. That is one of the furthest final flips we have seen here in Bullseye.
Here comes Nick Johnson from Atlanta Air.
Floating.
Stick it. Do the double. Can't tell if he was 6 or 7. We'll take a look at the replay.
That's exactly what we need to see. It seemed as maybe his feet shuffled here on the backside. There it was. And Lark has him up, I believe, in the 6, but let's get down to the official result.
The official score is 6.
Okay, so we've seen 7, 7, now 6 here from Air. That puts them at 13.
Claudio
Nicholas.
Vargas starting closer to the target.
Stick it.
The birthday boy. Yeah! Is it?
Oh my
God, buddy.
You know when Lark is giving you a good job, you did a great job.
Let's see what Claudio Vargas was able to put on the board for Grit.
Wow.
Like an 8 to me.
How about the strategy we're seeing here, Maddie? It's like they're almost flipping in place on that final push. Now we get to Atlanta Air. Bam!
Angel Rice taking a different approach with this game. Instead of coming from the corner, she comes from the side panel.
What
Did it
just
pay
happened
off?
there? We have to see the replay. Like I said, these athletes get these rules and they will find every loophole. She's coming in, the first one ever, straight on, and puts up a great score here in the hometown. That gets them to 21.
Here comes Squirrel.
The kid.
Oh! We get the official score. So much on the line here as we see this replay.
Kinsey Carruthers, no stranger to bullseye, playing it in match 1. How many points did she earn this time?
Oh, that's
like 6 to me.
Maddie, we're seeing it more and more. That is such a moment. And I believe we could maybe be dialed in here. Lark, let's get the official score from you.
That was the pass equal to 6, which brings us to a tie.
Wow.
Whoa.
The tiebreaker in bullseye. One tumbler goes again, must throw a different pass than they threw on their first pass.
So there is a tie between Golden State Grit and Atlanta Air. That means they get to send another athlete up, someone who's already tumbled before, but they have to throw a different pass than they did on their first try. It looks like Angel Rice is taking the mat now, and the crowd is giving her the love she needs to land in the bullseye.
Is there a bigger moment in Atlanta?
Come on.
Oh my goodness!
7 points?
7.
7 points, that's a good score here in overtime. Your heart's racing, so much has changed. Let's go to the replay here. Every time she has dropped that bullseye with 1 foot. Okay, this is a huge moment now.
Golden State, your music's on.
Claudio Vargas
7 to
answers
tie,
the call.
8 to win.
A different pass.
Oh my goodness!
Is it 7?
Yes.
Another tie.
The best on best, producing the best results here.
We need another new pass.
So Maddie, when he says he needs another new pass, that means we've seen pass A, we've seen pass B, now it goes to pass C. I mean, training, okay, so we're seeing a brand new tumbler here.
A new athlete from Atlanta Air, Corey Pullen, will give it his best shot.
Getting
Atlanta
tagged
Air,
in.
your music's on.
Come on.
We saw a closer in baseball. Oh, goodness!
Is that
Oh, my goodness! No one breathing. Everyone holding their breath. Lark won the official result.
The official score for Atlanta Air in overtime is 9.
9!
Double overtime, 9 points for Atlanta Air. Take a closer look at Corey Pullen in slow motion. That is all composure and poise from the captain this match. Boom! 9 points on the board.
A collective sigh. No one was breathing there. And now every moment has pointed to this one right here in match 2 in Atlanta. Can Golden State, double overtime, pull off a perfect bullseye for the win?
Claudio's on his 3rd pass for the game.
Oh my!
Great attempt there. 3 passes in 1 game. Fatigue certainly sets in. An incredible showing, but it looks like Atlanta Air will take the W.
What a run by every tumbler that just took part in that. You already knew it was hard, but then you get into pass B and C. These are trained athletes, but they're still going after that pass A result as much as they can in practice.
And you see the difference an approach there from grit and air, sending in different athletes. We'll take another look at the winning pass from Corey Pullen, number 54, Atlanta Air from the corner. A new pass in his first attempt. And Coach Page says, that's gonna do it for us.
Let's get down to Haley.
Coach Page knew I am here with Atlanta Air. You guys, double overtime. Hello, this was nuts. Corey, I do want to talk to you though, because you were the closer of this group. What was the strategy to send you in there?
Honestly, just a lot of precision and also just making sure I'm calm and cool, collective, and taking it easy throughout the entire pass.
You guys will make it look so easy. Congratulations.
The best tumblers on the planet on show right there in Bullseye. It doesn't get any better than that. And this is what it comes down to. Up next, the last game of the night. And we will crown the champion of tonight's match and award $15,000. The action continues next, only on ION. The Pro Cheer League, presented by Varsity Spirit, is brought to you by Curve AI. See your form like never before. Download the app today. And by Varsity Spirit. Go for it. Welcome back to the exciting conclusion of Match 2 of the Pro Cheer League, presented by Varsity Spirit, live from Atlanta, right here on ION.
And the final game is here. It's going to be co-ed big trick between Metal and Drive.
Co-ed big trick. One co-ed stunt group, 30 seconds, no holding back. Teams go head-to-head with bold load-ins, lightning-fast transitions, and massive dismounts. This is where creativity meets risk, and these athletes go big or go home.
Well, Maddie, we're gonna see up first Miami Metal, and it just happens to be their brand new additions to the squad. Some say the best co-ed stunt group on the planet.
Miami Metal set. Your music is on.
30 seconds on the clock. Haley Smith and Josh Hill.
Wow.
Doing their shooting star once again. Beautiful body control. They have to do an entrance, a transition, and a dismount in 30 seconds.
Listen, that is truly outstanding here. In the fourth quarter, so clean.
Take another look here as the Partner Stunt National Champions show off a skill that they debuted earlier in their routine.
Oh my goodness. The best college athletes just out here having fun, doing it on this stage is outstanding.
But there's always someone to answer the call, and it's going to come from Dallas Drive. Anu Keen and Joe Harris with spotter Gavin Goodrich.
Dallas Drive, set.
Here comes your answer.
Your music is on.
They're going right after it.
Beautiful control.
So
Here's the
steady.
transition. Wow.
A statue up here.
Skirt. And the dismount.
Maddie, I have no idea which way this goes.
The Drive bench thinks it is theirs. We'll have to take a closer look at that
4
incredible
points.
big trick.
There's so much on the line here. Let's get to the replay.
A little sportsmanship never hurt anybody. Anu Keene recently engaged to her partner, Joe Harris, and her base.
Well, it's all love here in the ATL. Haley, this is a huge moment in match 2.
I don't think you could script a bigger moment than right now. Vontae is still chatting with the judges. We are still deliberating off the stairs. All right, Vontae, though, no suspense this time. What set the winner? Who is the winner? And then what set them over the top?
The winner is Miami Metal.
Wow.
What set them apart was difficulty. Miami did 2 different elements, so they had more variety, whereas in Dallas did the same element kind of twice.
All right, thank you guys. Congrats, Miami.
A great explanation there from Vontae explaining why the judges chose Miami Metal to take home co-ed Big Trick.
I mean, this night, this moment, it's been outstanding, and now this match, it belongs to Miami Metal.
We'll take a look back at their winning performance starting in Q1 with the routine. 2 minutes, 15 seconds of nonstop action. 75% of this routine had never been performed before in front of an audience, and Coach Jose said, hey, it's the first time we've ever done it together.
Yeah, I mean, the scores are final now, Matt, but look at this, the Rhino just being a tree trunk out there.
And co-ed endurance, Colin Cockrell and Haley Smith popping over 52 QPs to take home the W, moving straight into hang time, the seed game with Golden State Grit. It was close, a photo finish, but they ended up with a little more hang time.
And last pass, this is where it got exciting. The synchro groups we said are gonna make a huge difference, but the Gladiator came out swinging and does that.
Moving on to Flash Pyramid, a fan favorite game as they went head to head tonight with Golden State Grit, popping up structures quickly and with precision.
Yeah, just blown away by how fast they were doing that all night. But this was the big one here, 4th quarter, co-ed Big Trick.
The shooting star, as Coach Jose and Greg like to call it, Miami Metal wins match number 2.
Yeah, let's head down to the mat where our Haley Elwood is with the leaders of the PCL for the official presentation.
Yeah, guys, it is so cool to watch the Miami watch themselves on that screen and just see all the work that went into tonight and how it's paying off. So I'm going to send this right now to Newby, John Newby, the commissioner of the Pro Cheer League, who's going to do the honors.
Thank you, Haley. And I've got Nicole Lasher, who's Chief Marketing Officer from Varsity Spirit, and Bill Seeley, the president. So we thank Varsity again for all their support. We couldn't do this without them. For the second match in a row, this trophy's going home with Miami Metal.
This crowd is shaking. Bill is going to pass this check. I'm only 5'2", but Jose, come over here. I want to talk to you because we talked obviously at the beginning of this match, and we talked about how much change went into this week for your group. How proud are you of them and everything they accomplished?
I am absolutely speechless what they just put on that floor, the way they carried themselves on the floor, off the floor. I mean, I'm just honestly so grateful for this team.
2 for 2. You guys feel you're the team to beat in this?
I mean, right now we are.
What's going to be in store in a couple weeks here in Houston?
Ooh, I can't show you all my cards. Sorry.
Yeah, he's always keeping him very close to the vest. Jose, congratulations. Miami, congratulations. Richard and Maddie, what a fun time out here in the ATL.
Yeah, great work down there. Hopefully he doesn't scrap the whole routine again because that was awesome. The energy down there is unreal. Let's crown our winner for performance of the night presented by Varsity Spirit.
And it is going to Atlanta Air's all-girl Big Trick group. A beautiful performance from Jada Thompson, Jaya Hardy, Journey Norris, and Maya Dennis, taking home the W in their hometown.
Well, next up, grab your cowboy hats, yeehaw! The PCL hits the heart of Texas for match number 3, and it all goes down Friday, February 27th as we take the stage in Houston and the hunt for Pro Cheer dominance continues. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight, live from Atlanta, and what a ride it has been. For Maddie Gutner and Haley Elwood, and thanks to our entire crew, I'm Richard Curtis. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us.